for the game in the previous year. And you can tell they're close to the full release, judging by this.
An apocalypse that only we can oppose.
There's the altar now, at the start. Hey, at the start, they give the altar. Will you look at that? Now it's shining. Now let's see what's new.
Study the winding
Companionship is new.
Kingdom. Find any
For some reason, they deleted all of my progress.
To recall a thing.
Most of my progress, I was at 100%, now is deleted. At least they didn't touch heroes.
The more they have to hold on to, the harder.
And the
they will
timeless
fight.
wood is nice, not touched. Now you can pick memories for heroes after you're done with the dungeon, so you can transfer them for the next run.
Ask for a moment in
The
the
first
light of
kiss.
distant days.
Resists. Speed on this bus.
A fleeting impression.
Armless
A
mischief.
flickering light.
Let's do a resist.
When all is lost,
Second
we
chance.
cling to what we can remember.
Bleed. Blight. Burn. +1. Ah, that's OP. OP as
Memory of
fuck.
pleasure,
A favorite
dull a
toy.
moment of pain.
Defeat and survive the second boss, defeat and survive the third boss, and then the fourth on a full release, and then the final boss. There is empty space, okay, for 2 more. Full release, I can already tell what they imagine. Full release is gonna have 5 bosses, and there is 2 empty spots left, DLC 1, DLC 2. And there's gonna be 7 main bosses, with around 10 different maps, and that's 10 different map bosses, with 7 bosses, 17 bosses, when all the DLCs are out, with around 15 playable characters, and we talk about a year or 2 from now. And then there's gonna be the Collector, there's the Shambler, there will be 19 bosses, they gonna add some weird motherfucker for sure. This game might end up on a 20 bosses in total, with around 15 playable classes and 7 phases. They wouldn't leave the spot, okay, 2 spots to be more precise. There's exactly 2 spots for 6 and 7. This is what we're gonna get on a full release. All items in the game. Now, what you
Look to those who
Did-
have known fear and failure.
here, Stagecoach, we unlock all. Stagecoach item, this is new from this patch. Max armor, and on entering region, +1 armor. Max wheels on entering region, max wheels.
A welcome advance.
Loading resist, okay, loading is important now.
New instruments will help us
Heroes gain an
diagnose the
extra
world's
action after
affliction
using the repair.
and overcome it.
What?
Study the
What do you
wide road
change
that
now?
will
God damn it.
find any advantage.
Companionship is new, that's what we're gonna test first. It unlocks a pet slot on a stagecoach. Orphan Wolf Cub can now be found. Orphan Wolf Cub gives stress resist per luxury year and 10 positive relationship chance. Pygmy Pliskin can be found. Unnatural Owlet, Reanimated Rabbit, Slime, Shrieker Chick, Larvar Carrion Eater, Hatchling Crocodilian, Crimson Tick, Shambler's Pole as the last upgrade. For the journey, increase loot from running over road debris, stagecoach item slot, and +2 inventory slots. For resourcefulness, repair costs are less, extremely important. Arriving at Academy, study free random combat. I don't know why they deleted my progress and I got access candles. Like, man, I can upgrade all if they give me access to access candles. Instead of 51, I should have 500. Mineral rich spring water. Why you deleted mineral rich spring water? I upgraded this. Arriving at Watchtower, all heroes +1 speed. I had all of this. This is bullshit. Why would I farm twice for the things I already had? I'm upgrading the same stuff again.
Those wheeling overhead.
And where are my access candles?
With infinite possibilities.
Where are the access candles? You deleted access candles too, eh? You can't see access candles anymore. Good job. 500 candles deleted. I'm gonna check the
A little
pet.
company for the long ride ahead. It cannot fight, but perhaps it can.
I need
calm.
3 runs to upgrade all now. The old. There you are. Orphan Wolf Cub. Resist luxury gear, positive healing received from skills per medical gear. Random hero after each location heals 5%. Tinker's gear item equipped. Increased chance of producing items from stagecoach.
Memory is the hearth that warms the mind. Once more into the maelstrom. In search of
The only
hope
thing that I
that
absolutely
remains.
hate is that I got 500 candles that I can't use. I would max this shit out by now 15 times, okay? After 200 hours of playtime. Yeah, we just tested it. Probably they're gonna wipe saves.
Your sanctum,
Probably.
adrift in this bituminous nightmare.
No one should play, okay? No one should play. Unless you're a content creator, you should not play. Simple as that. I play to
Mistook
create
my
content.
abundance of
I know it's
caution
gonna
for
get
a lack of
deleted.
confidence. Would perseverate on your grievances.
But it's still annoying, okay? When you spend so many hours, then they should give you something in return. No matter if it's full release or not. Why would I play everything again, loot all stuff all over again, man? Like, come on.
Avarice slips unseen into the catacombs of the mind.
Now they're a highway robbery.
The road is yours to travel.
Loading hit 5 spots, now he's got 4. A lot of things changed basically with this pet, but we've seen it all. And I don't even know if I should waste my time testing it all over again. I should just wait for the full release. You wanna see the end, if there are pets, if you can buy them, find them. Any info about those pets. Man, imagine on a full release doing all hero shrines again. Jesus Christ, you need like a 50 hours for hero shrines to unlock heroes, and to upgrade heroes, additional 50 hours. God damn it, man, it's gonna be a fucking slug.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
Do they give up it?
Greater threats await those who dare. Push on to the inn. Rest and resupply await you. We would come here in summers of years gone to write, think, and rest. Learn a little and begin again.
I'd give Spets $1. Road gear, road gear, road gear. You want luxury gear, you want tinker's gear, you want medical gear. No one wants road gear. Road gear. Food gear, tinker's gear. Luxury gear. You need to combine now from the start. Healing received from skills. Random hero. Stress resist per luxury gear. And positive relation chance. It expires if not mounted in one. You stick with a pet till the very end. You need to unlock all pets and then decide what you want to go with. That's how it works now. The one for the stress resist with a luxury gear is the best one. And now it should work on a way, right? I was just curious how it works, and of course.
As vital to survival as sharp
Pet goes here. We got an orphan wolf cub. Where are you? Don't tell me you're in a cage. Why is a pup in a cage with chains? What on earth? Put him above.
Good. An improvement. Any advantage is a good thing. Precious relics remind us of a time before the end.
At least they gave a torch, but everything else is garbage.
Listen.
Now you have still
Practice.
mastery points. So only on the first map, or better say the first chapter, Denial, you get 5. On harder chapters, you do not get points. So they wanna make Denial like a tutorial. Okay. Denial ain't a tutorial, it's still very hard. Especially for those that are gonna start the game for the first time. It's extremely hard being a tutorial. But it is a harder game right now, way much harder.
Everywhere. In need.
I'll say what I think about the game now, and I wanna finish. I got 4 dungeons left in Diablo 4. The only thing I never did. That's what I wanna do, because I won't be playing Diablo 4 for the next 3 months.
Only resignation.
So, I think the name of the patch is Redemption Road for Darkest Dungeon 2. Probably one of the biggest patches in the game, okay, after Oblivion's Ingress. The game changed drastically of how you play, and I don't know from where to start. For the Wainwright, now you need to pay attention on what pet you're buying, because that pet will produce passive, different passives. Depends on what type of gear you get equipped. Okay, stress resist, more heal, blah blah blah. And then it merges with this. Infernal runs are not a thing anymore. They're forbidden in this patch. They're gonna be available in the full release of the game. Next, as far as the chariot goes, now it has got wheels and it's got armor. Once you are without those, you receive random penalties. Okay, so you need to pay attention here on the map where you're driving. Barricades, you lose armor, or you're gonna lose wheels. Okay, so you need to plan ahead. Once it opens up the map now, you won't go step by step anymore like in previous patches. You're gonna go from the start and plan your road all the way till the end, and you're gonna stick with that road. So it doesn't matter now whether you want to go for academic study or, I don't know, for the resistance encounter. What matters is that you plan accordingly. When you're gonna raise loading, when you're gonna reduce loading, because if you don't pay attention on loading, boss receives, final boss of the chapter receives buffs, more health, more damage, more crits. So it can be a very disgusting fight, or better to say, you cannot win the boss fight if you're not careful in all 3 maps until you reach the final boss. So you need to pay attention on everything, on your consumables, to leave healing, to leave the torch for the final encounter, to leave, I don't know what, stress heal items, like those that you get in Oasis, to pay attention that your chariot has full armor, full wheels. Alright, so you need to pay attention on loading now. You don't want loading in the game anymore. Now it's like more complicated than chess. Okay, you need to think more than when you play chess. Exactly planning the road ahead. So you can't just go for the good stuff. Most of the times you'll need to avoid the good stuff. What else is changed on Redemption Road patch? Bounty Hunter is changed, and Bounty Hunter's passives, they look exactly the same like Vestal's passives. I mean, subclasses. They don't give flat numbers anymore, they just enhance different builds. They want to make Grave Robber valuable, because she was the weakest in previous patches. I played with a Grave Robber, and she could be like at least 10-15% stronger than she is right now. Okay. But she is valid. If nothing else, you can play. She's valid. What they also changed, they changed the altar. They added some new items, mostly your chariot items, or better to say, they added, where's the chariot? They added items like this that provide extra armor, extra wheels, extra benefits while you traverse. Now, everything revolves around your journey. What they also added, they added new upgrades for relations, and they added more candle requirements. Okay, you need to farm up more. Now it's even more grindy than it used to be. It was very grindy. You need 100 hours, if not 150 hours, to max everything out when you level up. Now you're gonna need 200 hours. That's how it looks like to me, because when you start a new game, you have hero shrines, when you have all upgrades, hero upgrades, passives, stagecoach upgrades, relation upgrades, what else? Building upgrades, memory upgrades, okay, where you transfer memories so your heroes look like this. Once you win the map, you keep all passives, and then you have memories from the previous map that you transfer to the next chapter. Denial, resentment, and confession, obsession. If hero dies, he's dead for good. You don't transfer a bloody thing. They plan for 5 bosses at a full release. I believe there's gonna be 7 once all the DLCs are out. What's changed? The start. The altar is now at the very start of the game. You don't travel to the altar anymore. The first map is way much shorter. They call it a tutorial map now. But truth to be told, it's still very hard, even though they call it tutorial. I finished that one, and it's quite hard, especially without upgrades. When you start a new game, it's gonna take 100 hours. It's gonna take way much more for those that don't know how to play the game. What else? I think that's it in short. If you are lazy to read all of these patch notes, also what's changed, how you traverse the road with a chariot. You can't go left and right anymore randomly. Now chariot stops and you pick where you wanna go. You got time to think, which is a good thing. What else? I think that's the most important. What I said here. We can go through the patch notes quickly, but I think that's the most important. I wasn't reading the patch notes, I just entered the game to spot all changes on my own. You need to repair your stagecoach at the inn now. Repairing caused bubbles, and you also need bubbles to buy relics, but they slightly reduced how much relics cost. Okay, they want to balance it out. Truth to be told, I was always out of gold and out of relics, or better to say, out of relics and out of bubbles. Okay, relics and bubbles. I never had enough. Ever. During the entire run. I was poor non-stop. They changed how items drop, where they can drop. It's gonna be a very hard game. Okay, that's how it's gonna be. Relations, they haven't touched relations. Relations are still non-existent. They don't mean shit. Okay, completely ruined the game with relations, and they still refuse to change relations. I had 6 positive relations during my run. It never gave me what I want. When it gives a positive relation, they triggered auto attack twice in 3 hours. Relations do not exist. Delete relations from the game if they're gonna remain like this, no matter if it's a positive relation or a negative relation. They don't exist, they don't impact the gameplay. It's complete crap and garbage. Everything else in the game is absolutely brilliant. From leveling, combat, animations, thinking up front, especially now with all of this ambushes, barricades, hazards, loading. All of these things basically are old but done in a new way, and it's a great change. The game is better than ever, but relations are the biggest problem. What else? I don't know if I forgot something, but I doubt, to be honest. We talked about pets, we talked about the map. Is there anything new here? Nah, everything remained the same, only the grave rubber changed. We'll go to the patch notes, let me see quickly. Fixes, adjusted the pet cage. Why is the freaking pup in a pet cage? Put a pup or an animal somewhere, like, I don't know, here at the coffin. Why in a freaking cage, man? I get it for a snake, but why a dog in a cage? Next. They changed how maps appear in denial only, because they consider denial as a tutorial. Again, it's not a tutorial, it's very hard. These are all fixes, routes, stagecoach controls, that's slightly changed. But it's still the same. Torch TO, how the torch works. I think it's well balanced with the torch. But I'll never play with the torch if they gave infernal runs again. They're gonna be available in a full release. Balancing the entire game, loot, economy. Maybe you should give like 20% more resources. Maybe. Again, I felt very poor and I know what I'm doing. Check my PC. Okay, it's cold, the game is balanced well. It's optimized well. Urgent repairs. I never got a damaged coach for the urgent repairs, so I can't speak about it, okay? I was paying attention on a chariot non-stop. Cause my belief is, if you destroy the chariot, then fuck everything, okay? Your run is done. Cause that's the most important mechanic right now, to pay attention on where you drive. 10 pets in total added. Okay. They give nice passives, I like it. Loading change is absolutely great. Oh my god, I played Denial with a boss trophy and they say entering the mountains boss doesn't require a trophy. I played it like it's an old patch. Okay. Resentment and obsession are usual length with no region restrictions. Ordainment rates vary, some by confession. I can only imagine confession obsession chapter. That boss is straight disgusting, by the way. They reduced the amount of things you can buy at the hospital. Improved shop selection at the hoarder. Improved shop selection at the inn. It is improved. Better rewards at academic caches. It is. Okay, academic caches. Those that are on a map. This cache supplies. I was always avoiding academic caches. So, now I went to 3 or 4 academic caches. A loot was great. Absolutely great loot. There are no new encounters. There are no new enemies. There are no new maps. No new heroes. Nothing new. Mechanic of the game is changed for the better. Now, I'll say it again. What this game needs is bigger enemy variety. At least 4 or 5 different maps on top of the Tangle, Sprawl, Sluice, and what else is there? I forgot. Doesn't matter. At least 5 more new maps with more enemy types. That's what it needs the most. Variety. And at least 5 to 10 more encounters like creatures than assistance encounter. Like more random shit. That's what it needs. More unpredicted random shit. Because I know exactly what I'm doing, where I'm going, and it's impossible to fail if you know the game. And I kinda wanna fail, which is impossible right now. Even with this new mechanic. That's about it for the Redemption Road patch. I like how the game is developing. I really like it. And the next time I'll play is gonna be on a full release. I won't be playing Darkest Dungeon anymore. I refuse to play Darkest Dungeon anymore. I got $200 in a game. I just can't. I think I'm gonna be one of those people that's completely tired to play on a full release because I played $200 in early access. Good question is if I'm ever gonna finish Darkest Dungeon 2 considering how much I played.